Hey, it seems kind of dark in here today, doesn't it? I'm not really sure why. I think I have all the lights on that I usually have on. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Oh, yeah, I got a new mug. It's hard to be cheery and sweet before you've had your coffee, isn't it? It is. So I was looking through my list of what special holidays are today. And I have to tell you, it was pretty slim pickings, really slim pickings. The best I could come up with that somebody else declared already was Happy Frappe Day or Frappe Day. You can pronounce it either way. I checked. In some areas, a frappe is coffee that's been chilled and frothed up. And in other places, it means milkshake. Hey, I'd like a frappe, please. That's what we used to call it. A frappe, Frappe. One big frappe. And I always have vanilla because I love vanilla. I'm very vanilla. I can't help it. Anyway, that was the best I could come up with for what today is. So I'm declaring a day instead. But let's go over whose birthday it is and all that kind of stuff first, because I really want to talk about what I'm declaring today. Let's see. In 1542, Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo discovered Catalina Island off the coast of California. Now, to those of you who don't live in California, that name may mean nothing at all. But if you live in Southern California, it seems like every other thing is named Cabrillo, especially where I used to live. And that's Cabrillo, pronounced Cabrillo. There's Cabrillo Park and there's streets named Cabrillo, especially in the LA area and the south part of LA, that are probably areas where Cabrillo himself once walked the dirt and the sand, because I don't think there were roads back then. Anyway, if you haven't been to Catalina Island, it's awesome. It's 26 miles from the coast of California. Well, it's in California, but from 26 miles out to sea. I used to be able to see Catalina Island from my bedroom window, but only if I stood up on my bed. Do you know the song? 26 miles across the sea, Santa Catalina is waiting for me. Santa Catalina is the island of romance, 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 romance. Anyway, it's awesome. They still have wild buffalo roaming there. You can take a trip in a glass bottom boat. It's also where the Wrigley Mansion is, like Wrigley Chewing Gum and Wrigley Park. That's there. The old Avalon Ballroom, they used to broadcast music and dancing from the Avalon Ballroom. It's a trippy place. There's a lot of touristy stuff, but there's also a lot of exploring to do. And yeah, and apparently it's a very, very romantic place to go. I've never gone there with someone where I saw it as a romantic holiday. Gosh, I wish I could tell you that story, but I can't. Doggone it. But all I can tell you is I've been there many times. And what you do when you can take a helicopter to get there, or you can take a boat. And I've gone both ways. Well, I've gotten to Catalina both ways anyway. Okay, let's just move off of that one. All right. Thank you for discovering Catalina Island, Mr. Cabrillo. We appreciate it. Okay, this one just cracked me up. In 1916, John Heisman was the coach of Georgia Tech, football coach. I think that's where we got the Heisman Trophy, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, they played a game against Cumberland College, and the final score was 222-0. And that was so bizarre that it made it into little known facts. And I had to share that. Can you imagine the humiliation of losing 220-0? Whoa. Yeah, that would be bad. Okay, I told you this day was like a weird day. In 1982, Cats started its 18-year run on Broadway. I remember being in New York with my kids when they were teenagers, and that was the big deal. So we went to see Cats. And I got to be honest with you, I didn't like it at all. I thought it was kind of stupid. Some of the music was okay, but then it got played so much that it just got to be, get that worm out of my ear. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you're a Cats fan, I'm sorry. I just was not a fan of that show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I love when you guys make comments. I can't always read them right away. Sometimes I have to stop and put my glasses on. But I like the thing where, suddenly there are hearts flying up and there are thumbs up flying up. You can't do that, I guess, on this. So I look for your messages. So if you're here, you don't have to say anything profound, but I'd love you just to say, hi, just want you to know I'm with you this morning. I don't know about you guys, but I've been up for hours and hours. The last 2 nights, not sleeping well at all. I mean, like, usually I wake up, but I can put myself right back to sleep. But yesterday it was 3:15. Today it was 2:30. But I got so much done this morning, and possibly too much coffee already. Guess whose birthday it is? Simon Cowell, the mean guy on what is that? America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent, or one of those shows. He's the mean guy that makes everybody cry, Simon. But as if that wasn't enough, it's also Vladimir Putin's birthday. Yeah. Yeah. What does that say about birthdays? There must be some really nice people who have birthdays today, don't you think? Who do you know? I'll wish them a happy birthday. Tell me who you know. I just didn't see a whole lot of birthdays happening today. It's also Self-Admiration Day. Remember I said yesterday I was trying to learn about how to love my body, even the parts that I don't find particularly lovable? Well, this morning on my gratitude list, I said I was grateful for all those parts of my body that don't hurt. Now, I mean that seriously, because think about it. There are parts of your body that never really bother you, that never really hurt. So A, that's really nice because you don't have to worry about them. But B, it also means that you don't really pay any attention to them. It's that old squeaky wheel thing. So today I am grateful for all those parts of my body that just basically never bother me, never hurt. Very seldom does my hair hurt. And so infrequently do my teeth itch. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. Oh, wait, I said it wasn't anything special today, but I was wrong. It's National Lollipop Day. I don't eat candy. I don't know if I ever told you that story. I'll try and make it kind of a fast story. When I was about 5, which would make my brother about 8 at the time, my parents went out for the evening and left the two of us alone because that's what you did back then. And we were supposed to go to sleep, but instead of going to sleep, we decided to have a snack. Well, back in those days, Hershey's Kisses came in like these giant bags. I want to say they were 5-pound bags, but they're probably only 1-pound bags. I was little and who knows how big it was. Anyway, my brother and I together demolished that bag. We ate an entire bag of Hershey's Kisses. And I got sick. And when I got sick, because I was 5, and you know what's going on in your mouth when you're 5, your teeth are starting to get loose, right? So I vomited from eating too much candy. And when I did that, all my loose teeth fell out. So I lost like 3 teeth all at the same time. In my little head, What they told you about if you eat too much candy, your teeth will rot and fall out. I thought that's what happened. So I went to bed at age 5 and never ate candy again. Do you have any idea how much fun I was on Halloween? Because I was little, so everybody gave me lots of candy. Oh, look how cute that is. She's so little. So I'd come home with these enormous bags of candy, and I wouldn't eat any of it. Well, occasionally I would have a Tootsie Roll. I don't know how that happened. I've never had a jelly bean. I've never had a candy bar. Literally. I know, it's crazy, right? I mean, I have tried, seriously, to take a Hershey's Kiss. I have gotten it as far as here, but as soon as I smell it, it triggers that memory and I cannot put it in my mouth. But oddly enough, I will eat the little tiny kisses that are in chocolate chip cookies. And that doesn't bother me. And I like brownies and I like chocolate cake. You go figure. But the reason I shared this story with you is somehow I actually always liked lollipops, but only red ones, never yellow and never green, only red lollipops. I always liked red lollipops. I guess because I would get them at the doctor's office if I was good. Yeah, everybody's saying too much coffee is blasphemy. I'll drink to that. Everybody's saying I love candy. I like candy. I'm the candy queen. Not me. Now, I know as an adult that candy is not what made my teeth fall out. Being 5 years old and having my teeth be loose is what made them fall out. But honestly, if you could leave all those calories out, wouldn't you do that? Oh, and by the way, very close to 71 years old. And I have one cavity in my mouth and it's a little teeny tiny one. So sorry, I think vomiting over chocolate was a big win for me. So lollipop. I used to have lollipop dolls. My grandma worked for a candy company, Stevens Candy Company in Chicago. I don't think it exists anymore. And even though I was a Jewish kid, I got the best Easter baskets on the planet. And in their really expensive baskets, they would put these dolls that looked kind of like Madame Alexander dolls, but they called them lollipop dolls because each doll was had different color hair, kind of like Lady Gaga, had different color hair, always a flip, and a dress that matched the color of her hair. They were called lollipop dolls. Boy, I sure wish I still had those dolls. Caramel apple suckers. They're seasonal, Halloween time only. Well, guess what? Halloween time. I have a friend who loves candy corn, and you can only get it at Halloween time. Yeah, I mean, I've never had a caramel apple either. I know all these things that are apparently so delicious, and I haven't had them. Lollipop day. So what else is there? Oh yeah, I represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. What's that from? Come on, you know. I'm not going to say. You know. Where was the Lollipop Guild? It was somewhere. I know that. And then there was the song in the 50s. Yeah, I guess it must have been the 50s. The Everly Brothers, the Cordettes or something like that. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. They were up all night writing those lyrics. But the best part was it taught us to do this. Boom, 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 call my baby lollipop. I'll tell you why. Okay, you get the idea. Can you do that? My grandson thinks that is the coolest thing I can do. It may very well be the coolest thing I can do. Okay, enough silly, enough lollipops. Here's what I want to talk to you about today. We talked about, I think I mentioned yesterday that I was on this new kick. I was mad. I wanted to MAD, make a difference. Yeah. And this is one of the ways I get to do that. Because there is nothing cooler than having somebody say, wow, what you said today or the word art that you did today is exactly what I needed to see. That's what I'm doing here. I mean, I won't lie, it's fun, but I'm here because something that I'm going to say is going to trigger a thought in you that's going to put a smile on your face. I mean, I see all the happy faces here just from mentioning candy, right? So today, I want to mention a few things that you can do to make a difference on the planet. And it doesn't have to be a big difference. It could be a little tiny difference. Because a little tiny difference for one person gets passed on and passed on and passed on. And the next thing you know, that little thing you did has affected tens of thousands of people. It's very possible, you know. So what's the easiest way to make a difference in the world? Smile. Just smile at people today. Okay, you don't have to smile at everybody, but could you try smiling at one person today that you wouldn't normally have thought about smiling at? A stranger walking by or somebody in the car next to you. It's hard to smile and be seen when you have a mask on. So it might be better if you smile from your car because then you don't have a mask on. Okay, that would work. And just kind of keep track of how many people did you smile at today. I'm smiling at all of you. What else could you do? Well, I like listening. You could listen to someone today. Someone where you might normally just be aggravated or ignore them or not be interested. Get interested. Because the truth is, when you get interested, you become even more interested. Here's another one. When you catch yourself gossiping, stop before you do it. Did you know that gossip, by the way, was kind of a synonym for godparent? That's kind of weird. So I looked that up because I couldn't figure out why the dictionary would have godparent as a definition for gossip. So the definition for gossip is a person who habitually reveals personal or sensational facts about others. I say it doesn't have to be habitual. Sometimes it happens accidentally. Like you thought somebody knew something, so you say something about it, and then you find out, uh-oh, they didn't know, you just gossiped. All I'm asking you to do is stop when you catch yourself one time. Okay, so in Old English, sib, meaning relative or kinsman, came from the adjective sib, related by blood, the ancestor of the modern English word sibling. Old English godsib, this is where we're getting into the godparent thing now. Godsib was a person spiritually related to another person, specifically by being a sponsor at a baptism. Today, we call that person a godparent, right? In Middle English, remember Middle English? One that appeared with the shura sota, the dross too much as person to the rota. And yes, Opa, it was Wizard of Oz. Over the centuries, godsib changed both in form and in meaning, and the Middle English godsib came to be used for a close friend or crony, as well as for a godparent. From there, it was only a short step to the gossip of today, a person no longer necessarily friend, relative, or sponsor, but someone filled with irresistible tidbits of rumor. So how about if we don't have rumors today? How about if you fact check yourself today? And be careful what you say. before you've had your coffee. I'm off to tennis, and I'll see all of you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Sparkles and love.